Hello everyone. So this video is regarding AS level economics students, that what they should and what they should not do in their AS level exam. So since I want to keep this video short and informative, I'll move straight to my point. So let's discuss paper pattern first. You'll get two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is a 30 mark MCQ based exam in which you'll get 30 MCQs and you'll get 1 hour to complete that exam. Now if we talk about the paper pattern of paper 2, well, it was changed in 2023. Previously, you guys used to get two sections, Section A and Section B. Section A is a data response question which was and is compulsory to attempt. You cannot leave that question in choice. So it has a weightage of 20 marks. But if we talk about Section B, previously you guys used to get 3 questions in Section B from micro and macro, and it could be a mix of micro and macro as well. So you had to attempt only 1 out of 3 questions. So you had a choice of 2 questions. But now if we talk about current paper pattern, this has changed. You'll get 2 additional sections. One is Section B, another one is Section C. Section B will be tested from micro, whereas Section C will be tested from macro. You'll get 2 questions in each of the sections and you have to attempt any one of them. So you get a choice of 1 question. But again, there are 2 parts tested in each question, part A and part B. Part A is still of 8 marks and part B is of 12 marks. But there have been some changes in the checking criteria of these questions. Now you need to include a conclusion in your part A. You need to give knowledge and understanding in your part B. And there are 2 basic things written here. You need to draw a diagram and you need to give application and analysis. So this is the very basic concept that you need to go through in your exam. Now you need to understand the mindset of the examiner. He has divided your answer and he is checking the quality of your answer in 3 steps, which is known as assessment objectives: AO1, AO2 and AO3. So let's discuss about part A first. The assessment objectives of part A are very simple to follow. Now AO1 is where you give knowledge and understanding. If let's say there's a question regarding price elasticity of demand or income elasticity of demand or cross elasticity of demand, you need to give its definition, its formula, its values. This is what knowledge and understanding is. You'll get 3 marks. But if you do not give this kind of understanding, the examiner will not give you 3 marks. Your answer lacks AO1. Now if you talk about AO2, it is of application and analysis. Now let's say there's a question regarding like explain how price elasticity of demand can be useful to a producer. Now you need to give a proper analysis chain. You need to explain how elastic demand will increase producers' revenue, how inelastic demand will increase producers' revenue. If you're talking about something else, how will this be a benefit to economy? How will this be a benefit to producer? So you need to explain this and you'll get marks of AO2, which is of 3 marks. Now if we talk about AO3, since according to the new paper pattern, you need to give evaluation in your answer. You need to give a conclusive statement in your answer in part A. So this is of 2 marks. If you do not give conclusion, if you do not give evaluation in your answer, you will not get 2 marks of AO3. Now the assessment objectives of part B are as follows on your screen. Now the examiner wants you to add knowledge and understanding in part B as well. For that purpose, he has allocated 2 marks for AO1, that is knowledge and understanding, which was not previously required of course, but according to the new paper pattern, you need to give knowledge and understanding. AO2 is again analysis and application, where you need to be two-sided, where you need to write positive and negative points as well. You need to give pros and cons. There should be a balanced answer. Now let's say there was this question in March 2023 attempt which stated like this, that discuss whether all market economy should become mixed economy. So you need to write points in favor and against of market economy. The benefits of market economy, that there will be competition, so prices will be kept low, there will be innovation, consumer satisfaction, more choices, this and that. And you need to go against as well. However, there will be an increase in the production of demerit goods, there will be lack of merit goods available, there will be no government intervention, there will be inequality of income. So this is how you need to keep this a balanced answer. But again, this was AO2. If we talk about AO3, it is again evaluation. You need to give a judgment that according to my point of view, or it depends upon the state of economy, it depends upon the current situation of economy, which policy should be used, either supply side policy or fiscal policy or monetary policy. So it all depends upon the current economic state. So this is what conclusion is, your evaluation is. Alright, so you need to be very focused and biased in your conclusion. Now examiner is so concerned about your conclusion, your evaluation, that he has allocated other 3 levels for your conclusion: level 0, level 1 and level 2. Now if your conclusion is not up to the mark, or it's very vague, or if the examiner does not understand what you're trying to say, you'll get 0 marks for your conclusion and evaluation. But again, if you have written a conclusion, it is somehow correct or little bit correct, you'll get 1 to 2 marks. It depends depends upon the mood of examiner, alright? But if your conclusion is up to the mark, if it's good and if it's properly explaining which side you're on, you'll get 3 to 4 marks. Now let's move on to the problems you guys face in your exam. The most common problem is the problem of time management. You cannot complete your exam in time. You get 2 hours to complete that paper 2. It's a lot of time, but again somehow you leave a lot of it. Now you need to allocate your time. You need to do a better time management. You need to give at least 45 minutes. That is the maximum amount you should be giving to your section B. You need to give 45 minutes to your section B, 45 minutes to your section C, and 30 minutes to your section A. This is how you can attempt your exam in time. And how are you going to do it? Attempt as many past papers as you can. Construct as many answers as you can. Ask your teachers to check those answers. Now the second most common problem in your exam is diagram. You guys forget to label your X's. You guys don't know what is the relevant diagram according to your question. You guys draw your diagram with a pen. Wrong labeling. Examiner hates this mistake. And it is because you do not have enough practice. You do not draw it. You do not practice it at home. You just want shortcuts. This is not how you attempt your exam. Now the most common mistake is the labeling of axis. Now for example, there's a question of production possibility curve, and instead of writing consumer good or and producer good on each axis, or good X or good Y on each axis, you are labeling it with price and quantity. Now just tell me yourself, why would examiner give you any marks for that? You need to practice diagrams. Do as much MCQs. MCQ is a very good practice for diagrams. Do MCQs, attempt questions, draw diagrams. Since economics is a study of social science, you need to link your answer with the real world. You need to give examples. I've made videos regarding hyperinflation in Sri Lanka, in Zimbabwe, the North Korea problems, that is a planned economy. You can give those examples in your answer. You need to improve the standard, the quality of your answer. You don't do that. Again, this is one of the concerns of examiner, that the student is not linking his or her answer with the real world. You need to do that in your exam. Now another concern examiner raised was that your students, they don't know what the question is looking for. They don't know how to answer the question. They don't know what examiner wants in that answer. They don't know how to decode that question. Now let's take an example of the Feb March 2023 exam which we just discussed earlier. Now the question was like, discuss whether market economy should be converted into a mixed economy. It's a very simple answer. You need to give benefits and drawbacks of free market economy, and then you need to go for conclusion that yes it should, yes it shouldn't, conclusion, right? It's a very simple answer. What you guys did instead, or what you guys would do instead, is that you'll start and go looking for benefits and drawbacks of mixed economy. Now you never understood the question. You never decoded the question. What you need to do is, the best way to decode the question is that you read it in separate lines. You underline the question. You highlight the main points what examiner is looking for. So since there is a lot of examination pressure and you guys mostly forget what you guys learned, so what you should do is that you should draw a small marking scheme on a piece of paper, on your question paper or on your answer sheet. You should include all the points that are supposed to be in your answer, so you could just go with the flow and write everything without missing it. And the same problem you guys face in your MCQs, that you don't read it properly, then you mark the wrong answer and you get a bad grade in your P1. Remember, you need to give maximum of 2 minutes to each MCQ because the paper 1 is of 1 hour, so you need to give maximum of 2 minutes to each MCQ. So you guys need to go through the syllabus once again as well, because there has been a few changes in your syllabus, like the chapter of Lawrence curve has been added to your syllabus, and the circular flow of income has been added to your syllabus, unemployment has been added, and some have been excluded as well, such as types of inflation. You guys only have a free floating exchange rate in your syllabus now. Money, the chapter of money has been excluded. So you need to go through syllabus once again. You need to understand and read examiner's report. This is the only way you can achieve a good grade. So I hope I was able to clarify a lot of your concerns regarding your examination. So please keep these things in your mind before you go for your exam. Please learn and practice as much past papers as you can. And for more informative content, do subscribe this channel.